Yeah. Hey, Roger. So I know we said we were going live at 9:30 this morning, and it's now, I don't even know what time, and I just realized we forgot to do the live feed. So we have been working on all kinds of trying to get our shop put together. We've got our front room is all ready, and I have to give a shout out to Stainless Works. This is probably my favorite spot in here at the moment. Hey Larry, hey Jason. Waiting on a few banners from a few people right there. It's the other side. And our construction guys are here, and they are knocking out my banners finally.
Okay.
Been trying to get this project out of my hair for a hot minute, so I'm glad they had a few light days where they could come over and do this. But it's pretty here today, so we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done, rearranging and putting stuff up, stuff cleaned. Hey Tony, hey Jason, Brenda. James back here. Hey, you're live. I forgot to go live earlier.
I know. I think that's funny. Everybody thinks it's me, but now the truth comes out.
I know. I'm not a good producer this morning, but I was busy doing other stuff.
No, but what was really funny was that look on your face a minute ago when you said that.
And yours was the same.
All right. I'm not the producer. I'm just a guy that talks on it.
Yeah.
I got talking to James Birdman Finney and got preoccupied.
Yeah.
By the way, he has grown 2.75 centimeters.
All right.
He said by time no prep comes around, he will be 405. He will be under 405 rules.
He just needs to get some stripper shoes.
Shh, don't tip. Stacy, sometimes you talk too much.
Then he'd be tall enough.
You don't tell him that, because then he'll do it.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's stripper shoes that big. But there might be. What do you want to talk about?
We got to talk about just daily driver today.
Daily driver. You got people talking or listening to you?
I do.
Daily driver. Daily driver. Rules for daily driver. Daily driver is factory exterior. No fiberglass hood, no wings, no spoiler, unless it's a factory. It's all got to be factory original. Full factory style interior. A DOT approved tire with a minimum of a 200. The minimum tread wear is 250. No wheelie bars. Well, no kidding. Who wrote these rules? Factory glass. Bolt-on mods only. Full exhaust with mufflers. Must drive into the track. Pump gas only. And just like Daily Driver 2.0, you have a limited cool down time. Must be able to go back to staging lanes immediately after running. So the Daily Driver is, you can have a bolt-on air kit or headers or something like that. But it has to be, you guys all know what a Daily Driver car is. So it's got to be a Daily Driver car. It's got to be something that you could drive every day to work and come out on Friday night and play with it on the racetrack, stuff like that. You know, so it's got to be bolt-on modifications. No big cubic inch motors, no nitrous, no pro charge, no power adders of any kind. So it can be a minivan, it can be a truck, it can be whatever you want, whatever your daily driver is. So that way you can just have fun. Matter of fact, I got April right now going to look at a car that is the Epiphany Perfect daily driver. And I told her she can make a deal on it, I'll buy it. And have April race it in daily driver. since Stacy don't know it, but I'm gonna try to make her race 2.0 in the '68 Camaro.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, if you can pump them up and ride it. So,
if I can get off the line without spinning all the tread off of it like I like to do, I can get to the end.
kidding. And you just race your car. Oh, you tear your stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Fireball just put all that crap on it. Oh, you can't race 2.0. You got dual power adders.
I do have.
You got nitrous and a blower.
So I'm out.
So, no, we can't let you cheat.
I'm disqualified.
You are disqualified immediately. You don't meet the rules.
But I can ride that pretty little blue one.
Which one?
The little blue Camaro.
You can ride it? No, it'll probably ride you, truth be known. Let's see if you'll even do it. So, is that all we were going to talk about? Is just those rules? Oh, PRI. PRI at Roadrunner's booth. Did we pick a time on that? Or is that?
We have not, but I think you want to do it Saturday. I threw Saturday morning out there. Is that what you want to do first thing?
Saturday morning, when they open up for the general public, I'm going to release all the tracks. And no matter how many times you guys keep messaging me, wanting me to tell you what the tracks are, I'm not going to tell you the tracks. I'm going to tell everybody at the same time on a live feed at PRI. That way, everybody hears about it at once. And, I mean, PRI, I can't think of a better place to announce it at. So, everybody will know the tracks. We got some really great tracks. Really great tracks. I will tell you guys what the second one's going to be. The second one, which is in March, right? Will be at Holly Springs. Holly Springs was Monty Smith's racetrack. It's one he loved to go to, one he went and tested out a lot. And we talked to Bebop the other day, and he decided that he thought it was a great idea for us to have that. So the first weekend of March will be at Holly Springs, and it will be the Monty Smith Memorial No Prep Race. So everybody that was friends with Monty, that knew Monty, come on out. Everybody's saying, oh, that's a gamble. Boy, that's a hard gamble to take. Friends, everybody's scared of that March date. I'm not scared of it. You know, it's a good little track. It's a track that Monty loved to go to. I can't think of a better place than that will be the 2nd year anniversary of his death. So I'm going to honor Monty. Another reason this deal, I don't know if anybody's seen all this. You can't really see it. Come over here, Steph. Can't really see it because by the time they got all the nitrous done, but on the injectors, on the injector rails, it says Monty Smith Performance, which you can't really see. Yeah. So,
and then where's the other deal?
Nitrous Outlet made this that we'll actually put right here since, I mean, Dave Vassar, one of the reasons I went with Nitrous Outlet after Monty passed away was, and Nitrous Outlet, you guys know, even when I was with Monty, I still represented them because it was all their bottles and stuff that I ran the car. And actually, Monty Smith was who told me if you're going to use anybody's stuff, use Dave Vassar. So Dave Vassar at Nitrous Outlet. This intake was is a memorial to Monty because the guy that did this intake, everybody knows Monty Smith. Look that intake over real good. It's got 6 kits on a single 4-barrel. If that ain't Monty Smith, well, hell, all it is a little bit of tubing here and there. We'll bend her up and get them on. And I think the guy that did a fantastic job. Nitrous Outlet did a badass job. And if truth be known, it looks like something that Monty Smith would have done. I was very, very happy with it. That's why I decided to put this motor in the Camaro, because the Corvette's gonna be a little ways out, and since I'm gonna have to build a chassis for it. Holly EFI 615. This is actually the motor that back when it was a 632 at the time. This is my original drag week motor. So I thought that's the perfect motor to put. That's what the intake was built for. Now I decided to put the 756 in the Chevelle, which we need to post some pictures up of the Chevelle because it is. Chassis Engineering's building that car for me, and it is looking badass. arm on a Monty Smith memorial card. I called Clayton the other day. I didn't tell you this. I called Clayton the other day and I said, hey, so I already know the answer to this, but what would be the chances of that card being done by March? He goes, what? He said, James, it's a lot of work. I said, well, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And I told him why.
Right.
So I seriously doubt that's going to happen. It would be fantastic to be able to take that car and test it there, but on that date, but it is what it is. So Holly Springs, I'm going to announce that one right now to where everybody will know. Everybody that knew Monty had met Monty. You know, he touched a lot of people's lives, especially mine. So I can't think of a better way to honor him. So before I act like a child, because I still ain't over him passing, as you guys can tell, and neither Stacy, but I think that one we're especially going to have the best time that we can possibly have. Every race we're going to, but I think that's going to be a pretty special race. That's right down around where Monty was at. A lot of guys were touched by Monty. A lot of guys knew Monty, and we're probably just going to put a class together at that particular track that's anybody, any car, and we put together just a Monty race. Maybe what we do is we put an all nitrous race together.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
An all nitrous class.
Yeah.
And all nitrous cars. Let's do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do a different race at every one.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
That'll be the one. At Holly Springs, we're going to do an all nitrous class. That you got nitrous on the car, you're in the class.
Right. No matter what it is.
No matter what it is. No matter if it's a pro mod, daily driver with a bottle, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll do a Monty Smith nitrous class.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, Jonathan, if you're watching, and I know you are, you need to build me a special trophy for that with a nitrous bottle. So we'll have the Monty Smith nitrous class at Holly Springs. That's March what?
March 1st and 2nd.
March 1st and 2nd, which will be this 2-year anniversary of Monty passing and leaving us. So everybody come out. It'll be a good one. I'm not releasing no more. You guys got Emerald Coast. You know the second one. The rest of them will be released at PRI. That's next week, isn't it?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday at PRI, we'll release the whole schedule. And every month except September is booked, but we're working on that right now. Hopefully we'll have that nailed down where we're going in September.
So tomorrow we'll do general race rules.
Tomorrow will be all the general race rules. Whatever time Stacy posts will probably be a lie because she can't seem to get that timing down pat. I was here.
I totally forgot today. Totally.
I was
felt
here.
like I was rushing and running a little bit late. I flat forgot.
Stacy, can you tell us why that everybody waited all this time and didn't get a live feed?
Because I forgot. I was busy ramrodding the boys. That's a full-time job all by itself. And what else was I doing? Lining you out. That's a full-time job all by itself.
More lining me out. I didn't even talk to you.
Yes, you.
I've been back here working.
I've been chasing Brantley, lining out my sister, lining out the boys, lining out you. So that's why I was late. I'm sorry.
So there you guys have it. Stacy's fault, not mine. There you go. Bless her heart. So there we go. That's going to be our special race there. To go right along with our tow vehicle race and the Monty Smith Memorial Race will be a Monty Smith trophy. And they don't know it yet, but built by Nitrous Outlet. By the way, Dave, you got to build that trophy. Got to do it quick. And I'll do like the tow truck race. The winner gets $500, no entry fee. We just do it
Have fun.
for a trophy and to have fun. Can't think of a better way to honor Monty than to be at the racetrack he loved. And he loved going down there. He was pretty hung up on Holly Springs. Every time I mentioned going somewhere, one time we tested at Huntsville when I let Monty drive the car.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? And Monty literally destroyed the car because when it's really funny. We had 756 in it, and it wouldn't get no wheel speed. So Monty kept tightening up the front struts, which they were strange struts, and he's used to a Sandtuff strut. Strange strut is backwards. Where a Sandtuff, you screw it in to tighten it up. Strange, you back it out. So when Monty kept thinking he was tightening it, he kept loosening it. His tires shook the car so violent because he tried to drive through it. Now, it's the only time I've ever seen Monty Smith drive, and it was impressive. He did the burnout and came hauling ass backwards and was right in the tracks. I was like, damn, this boy can eat. And we were all standing up there going, damn, look how fast he's backing up. Car never wiggled, lined the car up, pulled up, staged it, and went. And it shook the tires so hard and so violent, it broke both quarters, blew the fucking, ooh, I caught it.
You did, you did.
Blew the passenger door off.
Mm-hmm.
Exploded the wheel bearings, and the axles literally came out, spit bearings out, and went back together. And Alex come over and he goes, hey, he had some wheel bearing in a race. And I went, man, that ain't out. And we're looking, Monty and I were looking underneath the car. I said, nah, that ain't ours. That ain't ours. And then I got the car, I pulled it back from Alabama, and I went out to the trailer, and there's gear oil everywhere. So it literally shook the tires so hard that the axles came out, exploded the bearings, and then sucked back in. That's how hard he tire shook it. 3 times. But he was bound determined he was going to drive through that tire shake. And I don't know, anybody that's run a big tire car, the only more violent shake than a big tire car is a radial car, because radial car shakes the tires. Ooh, it's bad. It bends wheels, but big tire cars, pretty hard on them too. And that was, and he had wanted to go to Holly Springs. Oh, that was when the tornado took it out, wasn't it?
Something about that.
I think that's when the tornado took it out, and they were in the process of putting it back together.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Then about a week later, he calls me and goes, I nailed what was wrong with the car. I said, the fact that we were turning the struts the wrong way. He goes, well, if you knew it, why didn't you say something? I said, because I didn't know it at the time, Monty.
I know it now.
That's why I can mimic Monty really well, because I made fun of him all the time, especially over the tubing. Just throw some more tubing at it. But the guy that did this, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name, but when he did this, I looked at it and I went, that looks like exactly like something Monty Smith would do. So there we go. You guys got daily driver rules. It's pretty much, I mean, stock, block, make, manufacturer. I mean, we're talking about a car with bolt-on modifications only. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, you can have like an intake and carburetor and exhaust and cold air kit and stuff like that. But no race car stuff.
Right.
We want to get the people that's just now starting. You guys all know, because if you're a racer, it's what you started with. You started by putting a set of headers on one. Then you put probably a gear in it. And back in my day, we went to salvage yards and got Vega converters and re-drilled flywheels and had the slippinest. That way we had a stall converter, which was the slippinest, tranniest killing converter that was ever made. But it was a cheap way to get a stall converter. So, anything else?
Guy wants to know about the Yanko 2.0 in Arizona. It's coming along nicely, and there's a video on the page.
Yeah, there's a video on the page, PRK. It's coming along quite well. I mean, it was going to be at PRI, but you know, like she said in the video, life got a hold of them and business at the shop, and I told them in the beginning, I'll help, I'll let you guys do this car, but whatever you do, don't put yourself in a bind behind it. So, because they still have a shop and they still have a family to try to raise. The car's looking really good. There's a video on there. It's looking really, really good. They're doing a good job. So, I plan on by time the 69 will come back out as Yanko 4.0.
Scott Taylor said he ran his share of Vega converters.
Oh yeah. Hey, Vega converters was, I mean, that's all we could afford. Everybody thinks we just jumped into this stuff, but I remember, I can't even tell you how many motors I used to turn over trying to find a steel crank or a motor that was a factory forged piston motor. Matter of fact, the one motor that I ran had so much ring groove in the cylinders that I had to cut the ring groove out of it with a ring groove tool to be able to get the pistons out of it, and I went back standard with that baby because that's all I could afford was the rings. Matter of fact, I ran, that was a 320, large journal 327 with a 280 comp cam, set of double hump cylinder heads on it that I ported myself, 202 heads that I ported, a Holly Street Dominator, probably the worst small block intake you could get back then, but the most popular, and a Marvin Miller Quadrajet nitrous system, and a 800 spread bore Holly. Ran Quadrajet on it for a little while too. But that car with a 342 gear, a Vega converter, it weighed 3,600 pounds, 3,700 pounds, something like that. And that car would pretty much run 12 O's all day long on the bottle. Pretty impressive for what it was. But it got to the point after about, I don't know, half a year of street racing it, I literally was running 2 PVC valves on it because it had so much blow by to keep it from blowing a hole underneath the car. And then it got to where it was blowing the PVC valves out. So, dual PVC valves. That's how I started into this stuff. In a 77 Z28. Heavy's car. And I hooked the air back up on it. So, what you got, Stace?
That's it.
Okay, I gotta get on the tractor and I need to go spread some asphalt millings and try to make a nice parking lot for the people that when we open the speed shop.
Yep. All right, you guys have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.